Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to the ESOFT Metro Campus Graduation 2022. Right at the outset, we'd like to extend a warm welcome to the University of Peradeniya. In keeping with tradition, we start off with the lighting of the oil lamp. We have the pleasure of inviting Dr. Dayan Rajapaksa, Chairman and Managing Director of the ESOFT Group of Companies, Mr. Nishan Sembakutiarachi, Chief Executive Officer, ESOFT Metro Campus, Professor Deepthi Bandara, our Chief Guest, Professor Hazel Messenger, Associate Professor, Academic Liaison Tutor, Guildhall School of Business and Law, London Metropolitan University, Professor Bal Verdi, Head of Communications Technology, Research Center, School of Computing and Digital Media, London Metropolitan University.
Professor Ruwan Abesekara, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of ESOFT Metro Campus, Dr. Dilina Hera, the Dean of the ESOFT Metro Campus, Mr. Amila Bandara, the Chief Operating Officer, Business Development for ESOFT Metro Campus, Mr. Chandra Kotagama, the General Manager of ESOFT Metro Campus, Mr. Dimutu Thammitage, the General Manager of ESOFT Metro Campus Kandy, Mr. Sajit Ravani Nayaka, the Deputy General Manager of ESOFT Metro Campus Kurunagala, Ms. Umali Jawardana, the Acting Registrar of ESOFT Metro Campus, and one student representative.
We'd like to invite our dignitaries to take their seats at the head table. Ayubowan, Wanakkam, Assalamu Alaikum. A very good afternoon, dear graduates, proud parents, spouses, friends, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Warm welcome to the ESOFT Graduation 2022. For the two of us, it's indeed an honor, privilege, and a pleasure to be associated with this momentous occasion. Well, I know today marks a significant milestone in your academic career, and we're happy that your loved ones are here at this moment of joy, happiness, and celebration. Well, we now would like to take you into the world of ESOFT. ESOFT is the largest private sector higher education network in Sri Lanka, offering a variety of education programs through the extensive island-wide network of 40 branches, and serves over 40,000 learners each year in a range of programs from school leaver courses to postgraduate programs. It was founded in 2000 by Dr. Dayan Rajapaksa to provide high-quality post-secondary education, initially in the field of information technology, by focusing on the BCS UK qualifications and the BIT degree from the University of Colombo. By 2009, ESOFT started diversifying into different academic areas and partnered with Pearson UK to offer Pearson BTech High National Diplomas, HNDs, for the learners to earn their aspired qualifications. Ladies and gentlemen, ESOFT has been recognized for developing their portfolio and learners to the level of Pearson Platinum Award winner for the last 4 consecutive years. Many strategic partnerships with top-rated foreign universities followed as ESOFT strove to deliver some of the best internationally recognized learning opportunities to students in Sri Lanka.
ESOFT partnered with Kingston University London in 2012 to offer undergraduate and postgraduate qualifications in engineering, and soon established a dedicated College of Engineering in Katubadda to cater to the increasing demand. In 2013, ESOFT partnered with London Metropolitan University to offer a range of programs leading to undergraduate and postgraduate awards in computing, business, hospitality, and travel and tourism. In 2016, ESOFT introduced a range of cutting-edge MSc programs in IT awarded by Kingston University London. The International Doctoral Program of Kingston University London was also introduced for IT, science, and engineering research areas. Originally positioned as the leader in professional ICT education, ESOFT today embodies the broader vision of shaping lives and creating futures. Today, ESOFT is firmly established as a diversified education provider in the fields of computing and IT, business, engineering, hospitality, and language training, with the distinction of consistently delivering high-quality training programs endorsed by leading educational establishments in the UK. ESOFT is now a university with degree awarding status since 2019, which is approved by the University Grants Commission of Sri Lanka as well as the Ministry of Education.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to officially declare the graduation ceremony open, I invite Ms. Umali Javardhana, Acting Registrar, ESOFT Metro Campus.
I declare this graduation 2022 of ESOFT Metro Campus open for the award of degrees of London Metropolitan University and the qualification of Pearson BTech Level 7 Diploma.
And now, to formally deliver the welcome address, we have the pleasure of inviting a personality who is an experienced IT practitioner who has served many organizations in implementation as well as management capacities. He is the Chief Executive Officer of ESOFT Metro Campus and Director, Chief Executive Officer of ESOFT International Company Limited, Singapore, and ESOFT Education Company Limited, Thailand. Having commenced his career in the development field, He is also an academic and delivers lectures for undergraduate and postgraduate programs at ESOFT.
The practical expertise acquired by him through many years of software development experience, combined with his own academic development, has made him a popular lecturer at ESOFT. He is a graduate of London Metropolitan University, UK, and has a master's in IT from Charles Sturt University, Australia. He is a fellow of the BCS and a member of the IEEE and the Computer Society of Sri Lanka. He is none other than the Chief Executive Officer of ESOFT Metro Campus, Mr. Nishan Sembakutiarachi. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for that glorious and long introduction. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of the head table. It is my duty to welcome all of you officially. So, welcome to ESOFT Metro Campus's graduation for the year 2022. So, this is the last session of a total of 4 sessions that we had organized over the course of 2 days in order to award undergraduate and postgraduate qualifications in a wide range of disciplines to a total of 1,700 successful candidates. So it has been a mammoth celebration over the last 2 days, and of course many weeks of preparation finally culminating in what we have here today. So let me start by welcoming the dignitaries to today's event. We have with us Dr. Dayan Rajapaksa, who is the chairman and managing director of the ESOFT group of companies, and as part of that we have ESOFT Metro Campus. So this organization is the brainchild of Dr. Dayan, who has, I would say, dedicated close to half of his life to the field of education, even though his chosen field at the beginning was medicine. So Dr. Dayan, thank you very much for being here today and for having paved the way for so many thousands of students. As our chief guest today, we are deeply honored to have Professor Deepthi Bandara, the senior professor of the University of Peradeniya, who has in fact joined us all the way from Kandy, despite of her busy schedule, and I'm sure that you would be very attentive to the wise words that she's going to be sharing with you with regards to today's event and how it pertains to you. So, Professor, we are deeply honored to have you here. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. The MCs will do more justice in introducing her when it comes time for her address. We also have Professor Hazel Messenger, the academic liaison tutor of the Guildhall School of Business of the London Metropolitan University. She is joining us from the partner institution that is awarding most of the qualifications that we have here today. And I'm sure Hazel, our friend, is going to be very happy to see that sea of red up there, the students who have successfully read for and completed their masters in business administration. That is her program, so she's doubly thrilled, I'm sure, to be here today. We also have Professor Bal Verdi, the head of Communications Technology Research Center of the School of Computing and Digital Media of the London Metropolitan University. Thank you very much, Bal, for being here. Both of them have flown all the way from the UK exclusively for this event. They wanted to see our students and they wanted to make the awards in person. We also have with us the Deputy Vice Chancellor of ESOFT Metro Campus, Professor Ruwan Abesekara, the person in charge of all academic affairs at ESOFT, the person who makes sure that we do everything right and you achieve your qualifications as you so deservedly need to do. We also have Dr. Dilna Herat, the Dean of the School of Business and Law, again a very eminent and popular personality when it comes to our business school, and I'm sure most of the MBAs here are a testament to that. We also have Mr. Amila Bandara, our Chief Operations Officer of Business Development and we have Mr. Chathura Kotagama, the General Manager of ESOFT Metro Campus and the in charge for the Colombo operation. Also here with us today from our main branches, we have Dimuthu Thammitage, the General Manager for ESOFT Metro Campus Kandy, as well as Sachitra Vaninayaka, the Deputy General Manager of the Kurunagala ESOFT Metro Campus. And at the front, last but not least, we have our Acting Registrar, Ms. Umali Jayawardena, who has the big role of officiating today's ceremony and making sure that all of your names are entered into that big black book you see over there, which is the Register of Graduates, which officially ensures that your achievement and the conferment of your degree is officially recorded. So that's a very important role that Umali has to play. So welcome to today's ceremony. And of course, we have our branch managers, our senior academics, coordinators, managers who have been responsible for imparting you with the knowledge and ensuring that all of your qualifications are achieved and you gain what you so rightly deserve. Also, behind the show, we have a lot of other people who have done a lot of hard work in order to ultimately come to where we are today. So I welcome each and every one of you. And of course, we have the parents, the families, the well-wishers, the loved ones who are here today to witness your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife, your relative, your friend walking across this stage and very proudly claiming their qualification from our distinguished panel. So I welcome each and every one of you. You are the people who have made this possible for the people who are seated up there. You have sacrificed a lot. You have supported them a lot. And I'm sure all of you will agree, they have invested a lot of their time and energy and effort in you in making sure that you are successful in finally achieving your qualification. Last but not least, dear graduates, soon-to-be graduates, I welcome each and every one of you and thank you for having placed your confidence in us as ESOFT Metro Campus and for having chosen us as your learning partner. So I welcome each and every one of you to today's event. So let me say a little bit about ESOFT. ESOFT is a 22-year-old or young organization who initially started in the field of IT, but quickly diversified into offering a number of other qualifications such as business and management, travel and tourism, hospitality management, multiple disciplines of engineering, and the study of law and biomedical engineering as well. We cater for a number of different levels of students, starting from the school leavers who come to us for their certificate and diploma level programs, as well as their skills certifications, as well as those who are studying for their undergraduate programs and their postgraduate qualifications. And today, in fact, we are going to witness 3 students receiving their doctorates in their chosen field as well. So ESOFT caters for 40,000 students each year. That's an impressive number. 40,000 students each year across 40 locations, covering the entire depth and breadth of this country. We have been blessed to have been given the privilege of being called a non-state higher education institution as well, where in the year 2019 we were recognized and given the authority to award our own degrees, where at that time we were called as a non-state higher education institution, which is another way of saying a private university, because we now have the authority under strict guidelines to award our own degrees, which we do right now in IT as well as in business management, and very soon in a few other disciplines as well. So that's I would say is the culmination of our achievements so far. Even though we are a degree awarding institution by ourselves, we have also looked at getting into meaningful partnerships across the seas in order to give you the opportunity to earn your qualifications from internationally reputed awarding bodies and institutions. So in the year 2000, we partnered with the British Computer Society, who very quickly gave us the accredited status, and they have recognized us on multiple occasions as one of their gold partners. In 2009, we partnered with Pearson to offer their BTech Level 5 qualifications. And then very soon, we went into the Level 7 Diploma in Strategic Management and Leadership as well. So we have been partnered with them since 2009. And now for 5 years running, we have been their platinum partner in Sri Lanka, the one and only platinum partner in Sri Lanka, in recognition of both the quality of the students we output as well as the number of students that we cater for. In 2012, we partnered with Kingston University, one of our British partners, in order to offer a number of qualifications in engineering and computing, both at the undergraduate and the postgraduate level. And then in 2013, very shortly, we partnered with London Metropolitan University, and since then, we have grown year on year. Hazel is testament to that. She was there right from the beginning of our partnership. So the number of students that we graduate has increased year on year, and the external examiners in the UK have had some wonderful things to say about the performances of our students as well. So this, in a nutshell, is what ESOFT is all about. It's about giving you the opportunity to earn qualifications which are both locally recognized as well as internationally recognized. And in one small part, we have also gone a step further and obtained membership in the Association of Commonwealth Universities, so that ESOFT as an institution has a certain amount of recognition at an international level as well. So ESOFT has been doing our best, maybe in a small way, to uplift the educational opportunities that are available to you, the students, the future of Sri Lanka. And that is something that we can indeed be happy about, that we have played at least a small part in developing this nation, because we have, although we have a very small population of maybe 22 plus million people, if you look at the prominent individuals who have performed overseas, competing with our close neighbors like India, for example, you see that this tiny island nation has actually produced some prominent and eminent people who are rubbing shoulders with the best in the world. That is our intellectual capability and our capacity. So something that I always say is that when the Westerners were still living in caves, we learned that in our society, in our history, we built massive monuments, massive lakes, and many other structures, and thereby showed to the world the kind of engineering feats that we can do. This is 2,500 plus years ago we are talking about. And even before that, you have the Egyptians and their pyramids. This is what we are capable of, but we have forgotten that. We have been going after maybe the wrong kinds of things. But if we are to develop as a nation from third world into a first world nation, one of the best ways in which we can do that is by educating the youth and giving them the opportunity to go and rub shoulders with the best of the world and show exactly what it is that we are capable of doing. If you are given the opportunity to better yourselves, to earn qualifications, and be better individuals who are able to look at a problem in a different way and propose a unique solution, then we as an institution have won, and as a country, we have gone part way in reaching the developed status. Because if you are successful, your family is successful. If your family is successful, the society succeeds. And if society succeeds, the country succeeds, and we develop. That's a short and simple answer to it. So it will take maybe a few more years, maybe 10, 20, 30 years maybe, But hopefully, within your lifetime, we will be able to finally say Sri Lanka is a developed nation. Otherwise, your children also will read the same thing in the textbooks that we read as children, that Sri Lanka is a developing nation. So you are the generation that's going to break that. And that means you have some wonderful things to do and some nice challenges to face. I'll leave you with this quote. Sidney J. Harris said that the whole purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows. I'll say that again. The purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows. What that means is that when you look at a problem, you should not see it through just your eyes and your set viewpoint and your perceived ideas or your preconceptions. Education is about opening your eyes to see a problem more deeply so that you can understand it better, see it through other people's viewpoint, and then understand what is the best way to solve it. That, if it is achieved, means that we have been successful in educating you. If you were there at the inauguration ceremony, which we had for your programs, one of the things that I said was, especially for the MBAs, I said, if you have joined our classes just to add the 3 letters MBA to the end of your name, you have come to the wrong institution. If you are here to earn an MBA and be an MBA, meaning to change the way you work and think, then you have come to the right place. So I'll finish with that and say, thank you very much for having chosen ESOFT as your learning partner, and I do hope that we have been able to deliver exactly what you were hoping for. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
Words of inspiration and very valuable advice to all you graduates from Mr. Nishant Sembakutiariji. Thank you very much.
We now begin the first stage of conferring of awards, where awards will be conferred for BA Honours in Business Administration, BA Honours in Hospitality Management, and BA Honours in Tourism and Hotel Management. These degrees will be awarded by Professor Hazel Messenger, the Associate Professor and Academic Liaison Tutor of Guildhall School of Business and Law at the London Metropolitan University, and she will be accompanied by Mr. Sachitra Vaninaika, the Deputy General Manager of Kurunegala ESOFT Metro Campus, and Mr. Sachitra Deepanatha, the Centre Manager of ESOFT Metro Campus, Negombo.
I'm sure we can put our hands together and give our presentation party a round of applause. And these are the graduates being conferred the degrees. Ashika Ashraf.
These are the graduates of Bachelors of Honours in Business Administration, first class recipients.
You two have acquired a first class. Demonge Bob Gerald Janita Anthony's. Jamana Motige Shanal Shavin Apuhami. Omar Lebbe Asuban. Dilini Jeevani Kure. Nuwanti Udeshika Costa. Nivanka Nadishan Fernando. Jude Fernando. Varnakula Surya Shweta Pumi Fernando. Babunu Udyansalage Lakshin Shrenika Herat. Ranamukha Kankanamlage Shivanti Madhumali. Glory Rebecca Murugaya. Kalani Gaveshika Pereira. Sundararaja Prasad. Naveen Taruka Ratnaka. Judith Susanna Sri Rengaraja. Sachini Dinushika Sumati Ratna. Shivatmani Udya Shankar. Ruchira Ashane Van Sanden. Charita Dhananjani Vijaykorn. Rizvi Mohammad Zakir.
Up next are the recipients of upper second class degrees.
Jeyaratnam Macwin Hamilton. Jayantini Kale Kumaran. Tadchaini Kisunmaran. Chandranathan Kopikan. Abhilasha Manohar. Kirushantini Nantakuma.
Thuray Singham Rajuan. Nisanthan Sathanathan. Nishajani Sivakumaran. Gayatri Vishnuvarthan. Lakshani Purnima Abesingha. Abdul Ghaffur Ijaz Ahmed. Muhammad Iqbal Naveed Ahmed. Muhammad Farid Ashik Ahmed. Muhammad Kwame Khurshid Ahmed. P.G. Supuni Amanda. Mihipali Janapriya Amaratunga. Mohamedu Anwardeen Muhammad Amri. Tharindu Bandara Basnaika. Irandi Sandachaya Daradakumbura. Dinushika Madhushani Devagiri. Samudini Dharmaratna. Malan Vattegedara Disanayaka. Vindhya Madhumali Ekanayaka. Fatima Faria Farhan. Hasita Sampat Fernando. Rukshan Darshana Fernando. Prashant Shalindra Fernando. Koshila Prabhani Fernando. Roshan Kavinda Fernando. Chaminda Munasingha Gamage. Kamila Banu Mayadunna Gamanayaka. Madhuka Harshani Gunasena. Tarinka Navishat Gunatunga. Dinesh Chamara Kumara Halangoda. Muhammad Hatim Muhammad Hanik. Muhammad Buhari Muhammad Ijaz Ahmad. Krishanta Priyalal Jayasekara. Andun Exith Jayasingha. Nadisha Pianchala Jayavira. Nishanta Kapugama. Hashinika Lakshani Kavisekara. Amila Lakshita Lianarachi. Shanika Lasanthi Lianage. Sayyid Muhammad Mafaz. Mahendran Tisopan.
Lakshika Pavani Marukona. Muhammad Maki Shazir Muhammad. Fahim Muhammad. Muhammad Rifti Nalir. Vindhya Subhashini Nukulasuriya. Aishan Kavishka Patirana. Anita Priyankika Patirana. Chetana Lakmali Pereira. Shiranti Pereira.
AAP Pereira. Dushyanti Kaushalya Pinto. Ashok Ponnambalam. Nadisha Chalani Ponnaperuma. Bala Vignesh Pradishan.
Chandani Dilrukshi Prematilaka. Devesh Premchand. Sitari Tanya Ranavakage. Hansini Imasha Ratnayaka. Muhammad Salim Muhammad Sajid. Yoshani Dushanti Senavira. Daksha Shamuganathan. Niranga Shammika Silva. Shanika Silva. Harsha Ravinath Tenakon. Nivedita Tangawel. Muhammad Imdad Tariq. Sundaramurti Tenukshan. Yatiba Tiruvattuwaran. Pavivitna Tiaganathan. Shashika Madhavi Tittavela. Gayatri Upeksha Kumari Veerasekara. Tilani Chaturika Vikramasinghe. Amila Prasad Vijayaratna. Netum Nimsit Vijayasena. Anuradha Vijayasundara. Jasintara Yoganathan. Yonali Harshika Abedira. Hasit Madhuprabhash Akmimana. Nipuni Ayodhya.
Up next are the recipients of lower second class degrees. Hansana Balasurya. Ananda Bandara. Nilusha Tharangi Chandrasekara. Keheliya Vimukti Chaturanga. Tivanka Lakshita De Silva. Satyamurthy Dilshant.
Ahmed Fazil Fazli. Tito Malshan Fernando.
Faustina Stanika Fernando.
Nalin Madhushankar Fernando.
Chaminda Indika Bandara Gunatilaka. Sanjeevani Gunavardhana. Sandaruani Abesingha Gunavardhana.
Mahalingam Kamala Ruben. Thevaneru Paranan. Sivanyanam Piranavan. Gnanaselvam Ragelson. Balamarkandan Sharan. Muhammad Muzamil, Muhammad Hisham. JDNM Jasingha. Hetiarachige Mayumi Jivanti. Hasala Prabuddha Karunanayaka. Dhananjaya Chaturanga Bandara Kolugala. Kaushika Nilupul Lamaheva. Sandali Navisha Diniti Leonard. Piyumi Madhushani. Upul Pramudita Bandara Medakotua. Tuyalage Himasha Nadishani. Madhusha Narasingha. Udita Buddhi Navaratna. Chanduli Senori Pereira. Sudanta Krishan Pereira. Piumi Satsarani Pereira. Abdul Ghafoor Muhammad Raja. Asiri Kavinda Ratnayaka. Jayamaha Mudilige Don James Ryan. Perumal Shivakumar. Sandun Taraka Sirivardhana. Jani Piumanti Tamil. Jeffrey Sulanka Thomas. Damit Suranja Virapura.
Students who are also graduating: Ruani Madhushika Attanayaka, Muhammad Rifaz Muhammad Hassan Rafa, Up next are the recipients of BA Honours in Hospitality Management, recipients of first class degrees: Ishara Malshika Amrasekara, Siti Dushni Dore, Gihan Sukita Jayawardana, Lahiru Govinda Pereira, Akila Shehan, Nilan Suranga, Danesh Ganendra Velagedara, Chamara Chaturanga Samara Singha, Up next are recipients of upper second class degrees: Nirupama Dilasha Mendis Abesekara, Satkunamurthy Abiruban, Shanmugaratman Bhavan, Dhananjana Madhushani Morias Gajavira. Tharindu Nimnath Rajapaksha. Nirmita Sudarshana Ratnayaka. Devinda Kasun Pabasara Sirivardhana. Abdul Sattar Fatima Sumeya. Dulanga Nadika Darshana Velagatara. Recipients of lower second class degrees. Nipuni Sulochana Hasarangani. Hiruni Umesha Mendes. Tilanka Madhushan Ratnayaka. Ruchira Dilshan Malinda Samarasingha. Madhupa Kamudit Selva. Up next are the recipients of BA Honours in Tourism and Travel Management. First Class Honours. Samit Madhusankar Chandrasurya. Aroshi Niranga Dabrera. Himat Sadahara Gunavardhana. Azim Hussain. Nipuni Aloka Madhuvanti Karunapala. James Nilkamal Pio Mendes. Ruvini Vasana Ranavaka. Varaduva Vidana Kankanamge Dulshi.
Shehani Taruka Suravira. Randi Iresha Vikramasinghe.
Recipients of upper second class honours.
Muhammad Ashik Razul. Darshani Suresh Kumar. Lakshika Dulanjali Abekon. Let's put our hands together and give all of them a well-deserved round of applause, and thank you very much, our presentation party. And now to address you all on this very special occasion, I have the pleasure of inviting a personality who established ESOFT in the year 2000. He is the managing director of the ESOFT group and is also an academic and conducts lectures for a variety of subjects for MBA, MSc, BCS and BIT programs. He was educated at the prestigious Maliyadeva College in Kurunegala. He had an early interest in IT, which led him to complete the BCS professional qualifications even before entering the medical faculty at the University of Colombo, where he obtained his MBBS degree. He also holds a postgraduate diploma in advanced software engineering from the University of Westminster, UK, an MBA from the London Metropolitan University, and an honorary fellowship from Kingston University, London, and is currently reading for his PhD in the field of bioinformation technology.
He has held many positions at the Computer Society of Sri Lanka over the years and is a past president of the CSSL. He also served as the president of the Southeast Asia Regional Computer Confederation. His latest accomplishment was to win the National and Provincial Entrepreneur of the Year Top Awards at the ceremony organized by the Federation of Chambers of Commerce and Industry of Sri Lanka. He is none other than the chairman and the managing director of the ESOFT group of companies, Dr. Dayan Rajapaksa. Over to you, sir.
Professor Deepthi Bandara, Senior Professor of University of Peradeniya, our chief guest today. Our invitees, partners from London Metropolitan University, Professor Hazel Messenger, Professor Bal Verdi, CEO and the management of ESOFT branch network, the deans and faculty members, students, parents, and ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great privilege to speak a few words on this very memorable day. Success doesn't come by accident. It comes by dedication and hard work. So all of who are up there can be happy because you have been successful in achieving your respective degrees and postgraduate qualifications. So first of all, let me congratulate all of you for that accomplishment and achievement. So I know that today is going to bring you a lot of feelings of happiness and achievement and accomplishment. We, in any one of us, our lives, these kind of situations are there. But what is important is basically how you transform this moment of happiness, moment of glory into a more productive episode or chapter in your life. In the words of Les Brown, it is said, accept responsibility for your own life. Know that it is you who will get you where you want to go and no one else. So now, today is a very important day. I know that some of you have completed your undergraduate degrees and some of you have completed your postgraduate diplomas and some of you have completed your master's qualification. So you must turn this situation into a new beginning. So don't think that this is the end of your dedication and hard work and stop from there, because then ultimately you will have some piece of paper which will go into your credentials and your CV and file, but it will not bring anything which you dream of to change your life. That is why I tell you that you should take this moment to turn this into a new beginning in your life, new chapter in your life. So how can you do that? That is what is important. You know, I'm very sure that this kind of situation can be easily transformed into a new beginning in your life. Because sometimes even bad episodes, right? Worst things that happen to you can be also turned into good chapters. I remember my turning point was basically meeting with a accident where I was unconscious for more than 24 hours. So head-on collision with a lorry where my car was condemned, and so I was bedridden with a fractured leg and arm, and unconscious for 24 hours, treated at the National Hospital. But that was my turning point. Because that was the time that actually I had started this company called, it was a mushroom company at that time, right, in a very small place in Kirlapana, had about 2,000 square feet, 3 employees, whom I paid with my medical doctor's salary, because income was not sufficient, so I pocketed it out from my salary also. So at that time, I met with an accident, so I was the sole lecturer in the company also. Then basically, I had to be bedridden for 6 months. Because I couldn't, being a medical practitioner, I could not go for Ayurvedic medicine for the fractures. Lajjaya, because being a medical practitioner, I don't want to go for Ayurvedic treatment, so I went into the Western treatment. So I put a K-nail for my leg and an internal fixation for my hand. So anyway, it took more time for healing than the Ayurvedic thing. So that is why I was bedridden for 6 months. So why it was my turning point? Because students had come for my name, saying that Dayan Rajapaksa is lecturing, so that is why we are going to his Mushroom Institute. We don't care where it is, but we come there because I am teaching. But the only thing is, their last hope was lost because this fellow is now in the bed. So he's not coming to teach you. So then, anyway, I had to actually keep my, word to the students who came for me, and I, fought with my parents and drove automatic car to Colombo in crutches and came and did lectures. So I was in crutches, seated on a little high chair, and used the whiteboard and did the revision for the students. In that batch I had only 10, but word of mouth spread. This fellow, being in the bed, came and did the lectures, saved us, did the final revision, and therefore I had 50 in the next batch. That's how my company started growing. So that was a very bad episode, right? So these kind of things, even such a bad thing in life, can be turned into opportunities. It is how you see that, how you take up that, and how you, we fall in life in many situations. I have fallen in many situations in life, right? People who try to do things will fail most often. But the only thing is, the importance is that whether you can stand up again and whether you can pursue your dreams until those dreams are realized. So, according to Nelson Mandela, education is the powerful weapon which can change your life. So the word powerful is important because normally weapons are not powerful, they are deadly. But this is a powerful weapon. So because it's not going to harm anyone else, but it can give you a lot of value which can transform your lives. Not only your lives, but also your lives of your dependents, your family members, and even the other people in the society. And I would say, being a business graduate, right, now education is a powerful weapon. Being a business graduate or an MBA holder, you have the most versatile weapon, right? Most versatile weapon. Why it is most versatile weapon? Because you can use your management skills anywhere. Right now, if I become a doctor, I will have to go and work in the hospital, whereas the doctor can practice, right? Whereas the doctor can exert skills other than going and working in a hospital. But whereas a manager, right, can be everywhere. From managing your wife to managing a blue chip company, right? You can exert your management skills, right? So therefore, basically, that's why I say that it is a very versatile weapon, right? a versatile weapon. අර සිංහලෙන් තියෙනවා බේතක් ඒකට කියනවා කෝකටත් තෛලය කියලා. කෝකටත් තෛලය කියලා කියන්නේ, pardon me, our British people, you can get the meaning later on. It's called coconut thaila, means you can use it for any damn thing. So if you have a headache, you apply on the head because you have a headache. If you have knee pain, joint pain, you apply to the knee or joint wherever it has the pain. Right? Then somebody was asking, right, if you have a stomach ache, am I to drink it? But external use only. Right? External use only. So that is why as coconut thaila you have a management degree. Very versatile. Very versatile weapon. You can use it to grow from wherever you are. But I will share you a secret. If you want to grow fast, right, you have to be entrepreneurial. Now my growth today, now if I was, right, taking my parents' words, right, practiced as a doctor, I would have become a consultant. That's the maximum I would have reached. Right. But being an entrepreneur, right, I really enjoy this thing what I do mostly, as well as I think, rather than becoming a consultant and serving a fraction of population in one part of the country, right, my impact to the society is much bigger. So how did I make that impact? By being entrepreneurial. So for you to become entrepreneurial, first thing is that you need to start seeing opportunities. In every little thing that you come across, see opportunities. What can I do with it? What are the opportunities that I have? Take a risk. Spend your time and effort on this, exploring that new opportunity. That is the one that is going to take you a long way. So some people might think that, okay, how can we be entrepreneurs because we are working for a company? Yes, you can be working for a company, but remember, a lot of corporates today are very flat organizations. You can be entrepreneurial within the organization, that is, you call it an entrepreneur. So you can do that. I mean, today, if you go to your bosses and tell that, sir, I'm confident in doing this new thing, would you like to work with me? Would you like to support me? Some companies will not support you, but there are many companies who will, if you are confident, who will support you. So that can take you to the top position. For example, if I start a new arm in my company, I can become the CEO in that. So you don't have to go out and exit from the company and become an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneurial within the company, you can climb to the top level. So think about it. So I would like to remind you again, education is a powerful weapon which can change your life. So please, use it to change your life. Use it to change your life. And as I told you that being management people, you can apply your skills everywhere in the society, from a very small company to a large corporation, right? So therefore, use this skill and grow to your true potential using these skills. Let me end my speech with a small quote from Abraham Lincoln. The best way to predict your future is to create it. It is all in your hands. Create it in the way you want. Good luck and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for sharing your wealth of experience and your wisdom for all these graduates. Thank you.
We now move on to the next session of conferring of awards, where awards will be presented to Pearson B.Tech Level 7 Diploma in Strategic Management and Leadership. These will be given and awarded by Dr. Dilina Hera, the Dean of the ESOFT Metro Campus, who will be accompanied by Ms. Hiranthi Ratnayaka, the Head of Department of the Undergraduate Programs of ESOFT Metro Campus, along with Ms. Yamuna Navaratna, the Head of Academic Affairs and Compliance of ESOFT Metro Campus, Kandy.
I'm sure we can put our hands together and give our presentation party a round of applause. And can I please make a very special request? Like I said at the beginning, we'd like all of you to be in your seats till the end of the graduation ceremony. Please don't leave the hall.
PSN BTech Level 7 Diploma in Strategic Management and Leadership. The recipients are
Mohammed Zaruk Abdullah, Leo Sumitra Abedira, MGAM Abekon, Anjali Nilmini Abe Vikrama, Arosha Deshan Alankarge, Nimesha Sandamali Di Almeida, Chaturanga Dinesh Amarasekara, Panduka Supun Amarasingha, Radhika Amarasingha, Anthony Matish Amarasingha, Rakshana Anurad, Muhammad Sadiq Muhammad Akil, Sanduni Dhananjana Aryadasa, Muhammad Aliyar Akram, Lekha Arumugam, Muhammad Aliya Atia, Herat Madhushanka Bandara, Nadun Utpala Bandar Narayana, Samarasingha Maheshan Kulatunga,
Asfara Banu, Anthony Bartolot, Ashani Rangana Chandrasiri, Madhusha Prabhat Chaturanga, Dedunu Gangani Dahanayaka, Nipun Akalanka de Silva, Imandi Banura Devratnayaka, Janita Shriyan Dharmasiri, Shaveen Rangana Dharmatilaka, Hetti Tantirige Sachini Dinushika, Ridgway Caroline Desharlin, Ayesha Naomi Disanayaka, Madhuwanti Disanayaka, Piyumi Ishara Disanayaka, Nimna Roshani Fernando, Manoj Anjana Fernando, Jude Ronson Fernando, Viraj Udara Madhushan Kapilaratna, Dilshani Priyadarshini Gamarachi, Lahiru Shavindra Gamalat, Sudarshika Jeevani Gangodavila, Prabhashini Jnanasekaran, Tyagaraj Gopika, Irandati Gunasekara, Satish Sandaruan Gunasekara,
Devinda Abesiri Gunavardhana, Kusal Gunavardhana, Muhammad Amjad Hajirin, Pubudini Tatsarani Hapuarachi, Dilakshi Malsha Hapugahage, Piyumi Hasanti, Sasha Alicia Van Heer, Deshali Dhananjana Herat, Tarindu Udita Bandara Herat, Nishanka Susita Bandara Herat, Tilina Chamara Hevage, Abdul Rahman Muhammad Hilmi, Ranvala Jayakuri Arachige Sanduni Hiroshima, Terence Lorraine Ishon, Abdul Khalik Ishtika, Shayani Isurika, Anjali Bernadette Jasingha. I'm sure we can put our hands together for a better round of applause. Rashmi Shihara Javardhana, Mahipala Mudalige Sunit Jivanta, Rochelle Nadisha Joachim, Yoganathan Joyston, Latif Jumadeen, Chatura Prabhu Kalupahana, Udara Madhushan Kapilaratna, Vimasha Karandagolla, Kasun Karyavasam,
Suranga Kaushal, Rasaya Kirtana, Zainab Lafir, Heva Minuandeniage, Visalma Laksi, Tarindra Himashi Lianage, Manuka Tejana Deepta Dombagoda Lianage, Raja Lutharshan, Vihanga Nimnadit Aravinda Madagammana, Edri Suryage Don Akila Madhubashana, Ukwatta Hevage Shamalka Madhushan, Muralitaran Lithun Madhushkar, Anushya Mahendran, Achala Dilrukshi Malanvatta, Kalani Manisha Marasingha, Jeevani Madhushika Marasingha, Sharosh Sandeepa Dimel, Piumi Iresha Mendes, Dishmi Tushanga Mihirani, Tahani Murshidin, DVA Nadishani,
Pasan Mayanta Nanyakara, Fatima Nimra Nihar, Fatima Shirana Niza, HPNK Patirana, Krishma Tilan Pires, Dishan Dvantika Pires, Kaushalya Madhushani Pereira, Piumi Vasana Dhananjani Pereira, Nishani Hansika Javira Pereira, Harsha Shiran, Tinet Kavishka Pereira, Segaram Lukshan Prasanna, Sanjeeva Kumara Premachandra, Apeksha Rasika Varuni Prematilaka, Naganathan Kavitra Priyadarshini, Ahmad Hussain Hal Khadiri, Rizna Rafiuddin, S.A. Rajapaksa, Johan Somesh Rajapaksa, Prabhakar Rajendran,
Nishani Sandamali Ranatunga, Prashant Ranganathan, Sandali Koshila Ratnasekara, Rashika Anuruddha Ratnayaka, Sainul Abdin Rausdin, Rajendran Linoka Rubini, Prabodha Sachindani, Muhammad Nurul Amin Fatima Safia, Kajalia Selvan, Shanikya Lakmali Senanayaka, Vedage Rumesha Shanali Serasundara, M.S. Fatima Shamra, Sahayaseelan Mashak Sherwin, Hansika Shehanti, Ramesh Hiranga Sirivardhana, Harshana Isuru Shehan Sirivardhana, Vernon Angelo Sivaraj, Christy Raja Sintujan, Aruna Babu Suntaralingam, Sonali Marie Taylor. Satguna Raja Tharshan. A reminder once again for the parents to not leave the hall as the ceremony is still ongoing. You're requested to all remain inside the hall until the entire ceremony concludes. Thank you. Dinesh Kumar Vijayanathan. Pavitra Thiagraj. Hiruni Hansika Virakodi. Kasun Lakmal Virakodi. Lakshana Chamri Veerasinghe. Hirumal Sri Laksen Vikramasinghe. Buddhika Vikramasinghe. Piyumi Vikramasinghe.
Champali Vijayanaka. Navoda Vimalasekara. Chandana Vimalasurya. Tyagaraja Yogaraj.
Rasaya Kirtana. Sharmila Pubalasingham.
P.B. Sirivardhana. Let's put our hands together and give all those graduates a well-deserved round of applause.
Thank you to our presentation party.
And on this very special occasion, we now have the pleasure of introducing you to our chief guest this evening, who is a professor emeritus at the University of Peradeniya, Sri Lanka, an agricultural biologist by discipline. In addition to her teaching and research, she has been a professional on teaching methodology, curriculum development, quality assurance, and staff development, contributing immensely to the enhancement of higher education in Sri Lanka. She has been a consultant in World Bank assisted projects on higher education in Sri Lanka for the past 20 years, working on innovations in teaching, learning and assessment, and fostering university-industry partnerships for commercializing and dissemination of research.
Until the end of 2018, she served as the Director of the Quality Assurance Council of the University Grants Commission in Sri Lanka, providing leadership and guidance to quality assurance activities of the state universities. She also served as a member of the Standing Committee on Quality Assurance and Accreditation of non-state higher educational institutes under the purview of the Ministry of Higher Education. She was also the chairperson of the Technical Committee of the Ministry of Higher Education to develop minimum standards for degree awarding institutes and programs in Sri Lanka. She was instrumental for the 15th Biennial Conference of the International Network for Quality Assurance and Accreditation in Higher Education and the 15th Annual Academic Conference of the Asia Pacific Quality Network in 2019, hosted by the UGC. Currently, she serves as a director in the Board of Directors of the APQN. She is none other than our chief guest this evening, Professor Deepthi Bandara. Over to you, madam.
Good afternoon to you all. Dr. Dayan Rajapaksa, Managing Director of the ESOFT Group of Companies, professors, staff members, officials of ESOFT, professors of the London Metropolitan University, graduates, parents, and well-wishers. It is indeed a pleasure and a privilege to be here this afternoon, and thank you very much for inviting me. First of all, let me congratulate the graduates and the graduates who will be, graduating in a few moments. I'm sure it's a momentous occasion for you, and of course, it'll be a milestone in your lives. And I'm also sure it has been an exhilarating trek in your life. So let's take a look at the education, the higher education journey of Sri Lanka. I'm trying to trace this back so that you know under what circumstances you obtain this education at ESOFT. Probably you know, or probably you do not know, that higher education in Sri Lanka was provided only by the state till probably the early 1980s. So the state universities of Sri Lanka were the only higher education providers in this country. And at the time that I went to university in the mid-1970s, there were only 4 state universities. And I went to the most beautiful one in Peradeniya. Right now, we have 17 state universities providing numerous programs in these universities. In the 1980s, however, several providers came up as alternate providers for higher education in Sri Lanka. And this gathered momentum, and about the beginning of this century, there were several of these alternate providers of higher education. And ESOFT has been one of them. I figured that they started in the year 2000, and so they've been in this scenario for the last 22 years and providing higher education through 40 branches. You have been a recipient of higher education in one of these branches, or probably in the Metro campus. Now, let's take a look at what is higher education about. What's the aim of higher education? Well, higher education gives people the opportunity to reflect on critical social, economic, moral, cultural, and maybe even spiritual issues concerning humanity. And higher education will provide you with specialized knowledge, skills, the necessary attitude to reflect on these issues, mitigate any disturbances, overcome situations, and serve humanity. So therefore, this has now been given to you. And the call for you to contribute to national development couldn't have come at a more urgent time. We all know that Sri Lanka is undergoing an unprecedented situation right now, amounting to a crisis. And therefore, as young individuals, it is absolutely necessary that you take it upon yourselves to serve our country. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the landscape of higher education now and what it might be in the near future, and also tell you a little bit about some events in my life which provided me with opportunities to serve humanity through higher education. Right. Now, higher education in this country at the moment. I was the director of the Quality Assurance Council at the University Grants Commission from 2016 up until maybe mid-2019. And I told the chairman, sir, I think it's about time we figured out how the state universities are providing education to our children, to our young individuals. And the chairman was very supportive, and we came up with certain criteria by which we can try to figure out how well the state universities are providing their higher education. We got expert panels, and in 2017, we floated a review of all social sciences programs in state universities. There were 54 of them, of all state universities. These included Bachelor of Arts degrees in economics, Sinhala, English, Tamil, geography, all the social sciences and humanities subjects. To be very honest, teachers, academic staff in my university itself resented the idea. They were quite mad at me. They said, what's Professor Deepti doing, going to Colombo and trying to create trouble? But I thought it is very necessary that we try to figure out what kind of education is Sri Lanka actually providing. And so we did this work. It was very strenuous. And at the end of that year, we figured out that in a ranking process, only 4 such programs in the social science and humanities ranked A, capital A. The majority fell in the B and the C, and some fell all the way down to a D. So I told the chairman, look here, sir, why should any parent in this country send their child to a program which stands at a D? It is not fair. They expend a lot of their energy, their time, their money in trying to send their most precious asset to us. And these young individuals spend the most impressionable period of their life with us. And it is not fair to do this. So we took a big stand. We took a big stand and told these programs, look here, you need to get your act together. Okay? And we continued this in the next few years to science programs, engineering programs, medical programs, agriculture programs, all state university programs. And the results are now available. And we made it a point that these reviews are now up on the UGC website so that any parent, any child who's aspiring to get into a state university has the opportunity to figure out what kind of university am I going to. I was very adamant to say that the students need to have the bargaining power as to which university they want to go to. Now, the non-state higher education sector in Sri Lanka at the moment does not have this kind of review. I'm trying to bridge the gap. And at the moment, I'm also assisting the Ministry of Higher Education in trying to bring about this kind of reviews in these kind of institutes. So I hope the non-state sector would also not tell what is Professor Deepti trying to do, okay? Because I feel that you young individuals should be given the opportunity to figure out what kind of program you're getting into. Now, once you have enrolled into such a program, then you will be given opportunities to engage yourself in acquiring knowledge, acquiring skills, and more than anything, acquiring the right attitude to serve humanity. And that, I hope, has been instilled in you by ESOFT. And that, I hope, you will use in the years to come, in the near future to come. Now, of course, you can take the easy way out and say, I'm going to quit this country. I'm going somewhere. This country is no good for me. There's no future for us here. You can say that. And I'm in a difficult position to plead with you to stay back. I did so many years ago. Whenever any of my students went abroad, I would say, please come back. But I don't do it anymore because I don't think I have the right to do it anymore. But nevertheless, deep in my heart, I feel that you need to stay back. At least for the one reason that your parents have committed themselves to bring you to this position. And it's not such a great idea to grow old without your children around you. Think about them. Okay? Now, certain things that I had to do in order to be where I am now. Way back in 1987 to 89, there was a very turbulent period in Sri Lanka. You don't know. Maybe some of the parents might know. I don't know whether anybody else here would know. But we went through that situation. And at the time, the teachers in our universities, they weren't given any formal training in teaching undergraduates or postgraduates for that matter. And there was this program coming from the British ODA, the Overseas Development Authority, who came to our state universities, launched a program, and trained teachers in the state universities in the art of how to teach in universities. We were just there, like as I was telling Dr. Dan, I was a final year today in the faculty and a staff member tomorrow. So I had no training in teaching, but teaching is an art and a science also. And there are certain techniques that you need to have in order to be an effective teacher, and if you're aspiring to be a good teacher. So this training program was held. I got selected to be a participant. If you registered for the training, you had to be there 2 weeks. And during this time, there was so much turbulence in this country. Once when I went for the program, there were dead bodies strewn, around on the roads. When I entered the campus, there were heads lying around. It was gruesome. But I was thinking, no, I'm going to somehow go to this program. There were no CTB buses, no cars could move around. So I had to get into a truck, transporting hardware. I kind of pleaded with them, take me to the campus. They did. And I finished the 2 weeks of training. The officials from the ODA were looking for 2 people from Sri Lanka to pursue a longer program in the UK. They chose me as one. And I think that was a serious turning point in my life. So I went to UK, trained in how to teach in the university, how to come up with good curricula, how to assure quality, how to develop staff in assessment, and so on. Soon as I got back, I started a unit in my faculty, teaching methods unit. In 1997, the UGC issued a circular to say every state university must establish a staff development center. And I get a message from the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Deepti Bandara, you're supposed to meet the Vice Chancellor at 11 o'clock in his office. My legs actually started to shake. Nobody goes to the Vice Chancellor's office, when you're commanded like that, you just shiver in your boots. So I went, and he said, Dr. Bandara, we want you to direct this center. There's no money. I can give you one girl to assist, that's it. So what do? I can't say no. I took it up. And from that day onwards, with that young girl, I, brought up this center, and we did have millions when I left, and brought out programs which trained university teachers throughout the island. And that, I think, is one way that I served humanity, training teachers how to teach in university. So I'm just giving you this as an example as to ways that you could think about how to serve this country of ours. We need you. We truly need you here. Okay, you are our future, and therefore you need to stick around, do whatever you can. Maybe it's little, but then littles together mean a lot. Okay, so that was one instance. And then when the World Bank sponsored different projects in our university on higher education, I went and spent a sabbatical with them, and I was able to bring in a lot of quality and innovation into our system. Now, all of that, I'm afraid, was with the state system only. And it's unfair in my mind that these two sectors are treated differently in Sri Lanka because they are alternate providers of higher education. We have the same goal, and we are teaching children of Sri Lankan parents. So they are our children, and therefore there's no reason as to why these two sectors have to be treated differently. I'm trying to make a bridge and get these people together. And I just was talking to Dr. Diane and asked, has there been any opportunity for you to discuss with the vice chancellors of the state system? And unfortunately, he said no. So which means that the CEOs of the non-state sector are here, and the vice chancellors of the state sector are here. That should not be the case. They should be talking to each other, and they should be coming up with plans as to how to give the best education to our students who want to pursue higher education in our country. It's an opportunity, and that opportunity should be one which provides a total educational experience to any student in this country. As you know, we have 25 districts, and children come from all the districts to the state universities, and I believe they do now come to the non-state universities. And there are, differing atmospheres, environments in which they learn, and therefore they are different in their abilities when they come. But when we confer a qualification, they all need to be at the same level. So it's a difficult and challenging task for the staff members. But it is something that they have to take on to themselves, think about it, and try to float programs where we can produce graduates who are entrepreneurs just like your CEO. Done medicine, but now somebody else. So we need for you to think, how can we actually contribute to make this country better? Stick around, look after your parents, look after the country, look after your families. I think we can turn it around. And I say you need resilience, you need tolerance, you need patience. But at the same time, you should be aspiring, taking challenges. One of the things that I now feel is that for any Sri Lankan, this is the birth that they do the Ivasime Paramita. We don't need any other birth. This is good enough for any one of us to do the Ivasime Paramita. No one can expect anything more from any one of us. We are just going through that, but just stick there, and I believe that at some time we will see light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully, well, in my mind, not so soon, but maybe sometime. So with those words, I hope that I was able to aspire you at least, or inspire you somewhat. And so congratulations once again, and best wishes to all of the graduates of today's convocation. And lastly, I would like to salute all the parents and the families of the graduates who made a big commitment in having your family member here going through this convocation. Thank you so much.
Definitely, Professor, those were awesome words of inspiration, and thank you very much for sharing your wealth of experience and your thought-provoking address. Everybody, put your hands together for our chief guest.
We now move on to the next stage of awards, which is the conferring of awards for Master of Business Administration degrees. These awards will be presented by Professor Hazel Messenger, the Associate Professor and Academic Liaison at University. She will be accompanied by Dr. Dilina Hera, the Dean of the ESOFT Metro Campus, and Mr. Damit Patirana, the Center Manager of ESOFT Metro Campus, Matara.
Shall we put our hands together for our presentation party?
Master of Business Administration, students with distinctions.
And they are Devage Chamara Danusha Javira, Sonali Nonis,
Recipients with merits:
Hemanti Maheshika Abesekara, Ravindra Bandara Adhikari, Gagana Amadoru, Janaka Chaminda Chandradasa, Madhura Prabhat Kure, Chamila Dasanayaka, Malika Dimel, Danushka Kaushalya Bandara Dharmasurya,
Sureni Saumya Dias, Tilini Divanjali, Nadish Dilhari Ekanayaka, Savani Nipunika Ereporua. Sachit Jayashan Fernando. Anuradha Lakshan Ganigoda. Sinnarasa Gautami. Rochelle Sara Hemachandra. Ruan Kumara Herat. Sudarshana Bandara Jayawardhana.
Shalomi Kaushalya Kahavaduge. Ranga Kodagoda. Vijay Surya Palita Kumara. Janashi Chaturani Lamaheva. Arjun Disanaka Landers. Saryanya Lavapiradan.
Sagara Ranga Lianage. Sandun Madhusanka. Nivetini Manoharan. Indika Bandara Abesingha Madivaka. E.H. Sohan Milinda. Abitha Eroshan Nanakara. Prabhash Kalhara Navaratna. Iranga Nishan. Bhagya Palam Kumbura. Treva Francisca Patterson. Duminda Pereira. Sumudu Kalum Pereira. Arumuganathan Pranavan. Sujiva Priyadarshana. Asita Ranasingha.
Kasun Rangana. Vindhya Niloshi Ratnayaka. Umesh Rukanta. Nadun Rupasingha. Muhammad Jamaldeen Muhammad Shyam. Supun Sirisena. Kunam Sriram. Kanishka Sugadadasa. Shanmugalingam Vijintan. Pernella Vincent. Oshadi Purnima Vanasingha. Udari Chaturika Veerasingha. Lakpriya Bandara Veerasingha. Pasan Manuranga Vijayasekara. Malita Yoshan Gajabin Gamage. Amila Nuwan Aberatna. Indika Sriyan Balasurya. Lalinda Ranjana Karnasena Bandara. Shihara Dilhani Chandrasekhara. Tanya Di Mello. Janaka Ishara. GASL Jamana. Anushka Lakmini Jasekara. Shashika Nishani Kodalage. Samarasingha Arachige Maheshan Kulatunga. Lahiru Nanakara. HMNG Patiraja. Anjula Nishamani Pereira. Apsara Sajivani Rajapaksa.
Tushara Mahesh Ratnayaka. Subani Rupa Singha. Hansika Samarakon. Sevindi Sachintana de Silva. Geetika Rajani Sirisena. LAG Subodhani. Lahiruni Savindya Vedage. Danushka Vijanayaka. Nadish Tushara Vijayratna. Samantha Barnes Abewardana. Sivananthan Adrian. Alagiratnam Arun Eroshan. Madhura Anuranga. Chanaka Rukshan Bambaranda. Udaya Kumara Basnayaka. Rumesh Anthony Thilanka Demel. Lahiru Vishwakadela. Srimati Sepalika Dharmaratna. Dumind Deshant. Sanjay Dinesh. Hasita Lakmal Disanayaka. Chintaka Malinga Dunuvira. Migara Iranda Kumara Alepola. Uddika Indrajit Eranga. Philip Teekshana Fernando.
Uma Shankar Ganeshalingam. Sumit Sisira Herat. Hemal Sanjay Herat. Venura Dhananja Hevavisa. Pabasara Charani Ilangakon. Prasanga Srimat Ilangakon. JPDS Jayakode. Chanaka Narendra Singha Jayaratna. Vipul Champika Jayasingha. Naldatambi Krishan Jebakumar. Emmanuel Anthony Jude. Isuru Karaliadda. Medadini Gedara Sujiva Asanka Karnaratna. Lakshika Dilshi Kirubaharan. Chaturika Dulanjali Kodikara. Gayan Kulatelaka. Tennakon Hevage Gihan Amit Kumara. Upul Bandara Marasingha.
Fatima Minsat. E.P. Rismiturshanan. Hashanika Mohan. Prasanna Priyadarshana Munasingha.
Kasun Upendra Nanayakkara. Pradeep Taranga Navagattegama. Neelamegam Sumanan. Gimbutu Nigamuni.
Muhammad Nishak.
Nafiz Muhammad Nizam. Ibrahim Bakshi Pur Pahmadani. Duminda Bandara Palamakumbara. Tusita Lakmal Pereira. Jagat Pereira. Supun Hansini Pereira. Venugopal Prujitman. Mudyansalalagi Vishwa Ratnayaka. Mudyansalalagi Indivari Kumari Ratnayaka. Muhammad Razik Muhammad Rizwan. Ramesh Fatima Rukshana.
Ramanathan Sajeev. Tharmalingam Sajeev Kant. Karunanidhi Sajisangar.
Nallatambi Satyamurthy. Moses Nivedan Satyanathan. Dilini Udyangani Seniviratna. Shri Skandan Sharangan. Chamat Prabudita Soiza. Tyagika Valikala. Vimaladas Tesundas. Veerasingham Tusjantan. Manodiran Udayakumar. Asanka Chamara Vitana. Shyamali Subhashini Vaidyasiri. Danura Nilanta Varnasurya. Sumedha Prasad Pushpakumara Veerasekara.
Madhuhansi Veerasinghe. Indika Ajit Veerasurya. Nishanka Mudita Vikramarachi. Madhushani Rupa Abesinghe. D. Vanigaratna Bandara. C. O. Bulna. Ishani Hansika Dhanapala. Sakuntala Sewandi Disanayaka. W.C.R. Fernando. Dilki Kavishka Hemachandra. Chanindu Kavinda Gonsal Koralage. Lokuge Dhammika Kumara.
Dinesh Indika Kumara. Prashita Lakmina Kumarasiri. Janaka Bandara Molagoda. Rumesh Nuwanta Patirana. Sudarshini Kumari Piris. Prasanna Sampath Rajapaksha. Roshan Ratnayaka. Nipuna Madhuranga Samarakon. Jeevani Sagarika Samarasingha. Hasini Sammani. Taraka Sandurwan. Nayani Indika Vikramasurendra. Vikramanayaka Karnaratna Susanta. Kavindi Nadira Harshini Tilakaratna. Purnima Vimarshani. Nilan Varnakula Surya. Chintaka Isuru Vijayalat. Roshan Taranga Devendra Vijendra. Panduka Deshan Vijay Sekara.
Anaf Lafir. Up next are the recipients for the Doctorate of Philosophy. Thank you to the presentation party. I would now like to invite Professor Hazel Messenger, the Associate Professor and Academic Liaison Tutor of the Guildhall School of Business and Law for the London Metropolitan University, to deliver her address by the university representative.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests, colleagues from ESOFT, graduands, graduates, friends and families, I am so delighted to have been invited here to support you in your graduation ceremony. I am the representative of the Guildhall School of Business and Law at London Metropolitan University. 10 years ago, when we started this partnership, when I was responsible for the MBA, we had 25 students. Nobody warned me that I'd be shaking the hands of 200 when we came to a graduation ceremony a few years later. It's lovely to see so many of you contemplating a new chapter in your life and the start of a new beginning, either into the world of work or further study. And with that comes not only joy, but responsibility. Today we are here to honour our graduands, and each of us must celebrate your individual achievements, as well as the struggles and challenges you may have had to overcome, and the commitment that you have shown to get here today. However, you have not done this alone. Along the way, you have had the support of family and friends, colleagues at work, people that you meet on a day-to-day basis. It's not easy getting an undergraduate or a graduate qualification, and I'm just putting my glasses back on so that I can see how many we have left in the upstairs part. We had a few more earlier. I love coming to your celebrations for graduation. They're very special and very quiet, I have to say. For those of you that come to a graduation in London, you will find that, especially if you come to the winter one, it's rather cold, so please bring a padded jacket with you, but also they're very noisy. And I thought that this point in the proceedings, it would be a very good idea to make a little bit more noise as I bring a little bit of London to you. So I'm going to invite all the graduates from whatever course in a moment to stand up and see if you can make enough noise so that you may be heard at Gallface Green, to say thank you to all the people, whether they're here now or somewhere else, who have helped you along the way. And I also thought, as we've had some extremely well-behaved children taking part in the ceremony today, maybe they would like to join in as well and make as much noise as they like, stamping, shouting and clapping to say thank you. So, graduates, please may I ask you to stand up, or those on the side here, you're already standing, please stand up. How much noise can we make to say thank you? You've got your hands, your feet, you can shout and sing, whatever. Let's go for it, shall we? Oh, you're still too polite. Come on, turn it up a bit. Lovely. Please sit down. Our university's mission is transforming lives through the power of education. As a university, we exist to transform lives. We take pride in helping students reach their goals and succeed in their future careers. We want London Metropolitan University to be the university of choice in transforming lives for a diverse range of students from London, the UK, and around the world. And we know that ESOFT share in our values, and we share in theirs, of integrity, excellence, service, collaboration, teamwork, and effective citizenship. We hope that we have done that, and that you can go forward to demonstrate these values for Sri Lanka. We ask that you now make a positive impact on society in transforming lives, and as you have grown, it is now your turn to help others. Never underestimate the transforming nature of education. It opens the door for you to achieve great things in your life. As graduands, it is your turn to give back to your family, your community, and the society that has supported you during your studies. Today is an exciting day, and it is only a small but significant part of your journey through it. You have shown that there is power in your achievements today. And as was said earlier, Nelson Mandela said, education is the single most powerful weapon you can have to change the world. So go out there and change it. You can do anything. How you do anything is how you do everything. Use your knowledge to make an impact. If you think you can, you will make a difference. As graduands, you have completed the first crucial step to realizing your career goals. From now on, you will be taking your talents and beliefs with you wherever you go. If you have learned anything, it is that you have to be adaptable, ready to take chances and go different routes. The day of a job for life is almost gone. These days, you have to be ready to update your knowledge, add to your skills, and be ready to cope with change. That is the challenge before you, and it is the one that you will all meet in many different ways. The opportunities and challenges ahead demand well-educated minds, and I am delighted to know that you have an excellent foundation from which to launch yourselves into life's rough waters. We are so pleased to be able to work in partnership with ESOFT, to work with our colleagues here to enable students to accomplish this great feat of reaching a graduation ceremony. We know that graduating and moving on from here can seem very daunting, but we feel through the guidance of your tutors and the skills you have developed, you are sure to have a successful transition into whatever you choose to do. ESOFT and London Metropolitan University have a commitment to excellence in teaching and learning, and this means that you have been provided with expert tuition. It challenged you to do your best and supported you to be able to succeed. Graduation is not an end goal in life itself. Whatever your future holds and wherever it takes you, enjoy every bit of it. Life is a journey, and all the accomplishments we achieve during the journey we should take as a starting point. These are for future endeavours. If there is one thing you have learnt through your studies, it is never, ever give up. You decided to start your course, which has led you to being here today. You have shown that you are capable of achieving anything if you work hard. So take pride in how far you have come, and have faith in how far you will go. Before I close, I'm going to just make a few personal remarks to you graduates and to my colleagues here at ESOFT. You will have heard Mr. Nishan, the Chief Executive Officer, say at the beginning that we are in partnership with ESOFT. That means we have to develop good relationships of trust and development. He also mentioned the word friend and friendship, and I am extremely grateful, and I thank my lucky stars every day that somebody asked me 10 years ago, would you like to go to Sri Lanka to develop an MBA? And I said, yes, because that turned the tide for me. I have a whole new bunch of friends who I really enjoy working with. And if you guys in the future can find yourselves in a position where your personal values and your compass, which is the word that Dr. Diane was searching for earlier, I think, coincides with the work that you do, so your personal compass and your professional compass work together, you are going forwards with joy and purpose. So I really wish all of you good luck for the future. You've done so well, and I'm quite sure that the future will be bright. Well done.
Thank you, Madam. We now continue with the conferring of awards for the IIC University of Technology, which includes an award for the PhD in Management degree, an award for the PhD in Management degree for Business Administration, and an award for PhD in Information Technology for Computing. To give away these awards, I would like to call upon Professor Ruan Abesekara, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of ESOFT Metro Campus, and Dr. Dilina Hera, the Dean of ESOFT Metro Campus, on stage. They will be accompanied by Mr. Amila Bandara, the Chief Operating Officer for Business Development at ESOFT Metro Campus.
Let's put our hands together, give them a round of applause.
A PhD in marketing goes to Preeti Nirmali Gunaratna. Up next is the recipient for a PhD in computing.
And it's presented to Pasan Madhuranga Velalage.
And finally, a PhD in Business Administration is awarded to Lilanka De Silva.
I'm sure we can put our hands together and give the three of them another well-deserved round of applause. Thank you very much, our presentation party. Thank you.
We now move towards the awarding of special awards, which include awards for top performers of branches as well as the most outstanding performers. These awards will be presented by Professor Deepthi Bandara, the Senior Professor of the University of Peradeniya, Professor Hazel Messenger, the Associate Professor and Academic Liaison Tutor, Guildhall School of Business and Law, London Metropolitan University, as well as Professor Bal Verde, the Head of Communications Technology Research Centre for the School of Computing. They will be accompanied by Dr. Dayan Rajapaksa, the Chairman and the Managing Director of the ESOFT Metro Campus, and Mr. Nishant Sembakutiarachi, the Chief Executive Officer of ESOFT Metro Campus.
I'm sure we can put our hands together and give our presentation party a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the awards to the top performers of branches, starting with BA Honours in Business Administration. Ladies and gentlemen, BA Honours in Business Administration. The first of our top performers from ESOFT Kandy, Glory Rebecca Murugaya, in the Spring 2021 cohort.
Is from ESOFT Jaffna for the Spring 2021 cohort, and he is Thurai Singham Rajawan.
Continuing to recognize our top performers of the branches. You're the next, Dilini Jeevani Kure of ESOFT Colombo of the Spring 2021 cohort.
The next top performer from ESOFT Colombo for Autumn 2021 cohort is Sachini Dinushika Sumantiratna.
And time now to recognize our next top performer from ESOFT Kandy for the Autumn 2021 cohort. It is Shivatmani Udaya Shankar.
The next top performer is from ESOFT Kurunegala for the Autumn 2021 cohort, and that is Ruchira Ashrain Vansandan.
You are our next top performer, Uma Lebbe Azuban of ESOFT Batiklo, the Autumn 2021 cohort.
The next top performer is from ESOFT Jaffna for the Autumn 2021 cohort, and that is Nishajini Sivakumaran.
And our next top performer is Ranamukha Kankanamlagi Shivanti Madhumari of ESOFT Kampaha for the Autumn 2021 cohort.
Up next are the top performers for the Master of Business Administration. The first top performer is from ESOFT Colombo for the Spring 2021 cohort, and he is Sachit Jaishan Fernando.
Next top performer for the MBA program is from ESOFT Kandy, Ruwan Kumara Herat for the Spring 2021 cohort.
The next top performer is from ESOFT Kurunegala for the Spring 2021 cohort, and she is Subani Rupa Singha.
We are yet with the Master of Business Administration. Our next top performer is from ESOFT Mathura for the Spring 2021 cohort, Tushara Mahesh Ratnaka.
performer is from ESOFT Jaffna for the Spring 2021 cohort, and he is Arumuganathan Pranavan.
And our next top performer, Master of Business Administration, is from ESOFT Gampa for the Spring 2021 cohort. She is Tanya Di Mello.
From ESOFT Colombo for the Autumn 2020 cohort, and that is Chamila Kasun Dasanayaka.
We are yet with top performers for Master of Business Administration, and our next top performer is ESOFT from ESOFT Kandy. That's Rabindran Lavan Srinivasan for the Autumn 2020 cohort.
We move on to the next top performer from ESOFT Kurunagala for the Autumn 2020 cohort, and that is HMNG Pathiraja.
Let's put our hands together and give all the top performers yet another round of applause. And now it's time to recognize the most outstanding performers.
Outstanding performers for BA Honours in Business Administration.
For the Spring 2021 cohort, the most outstanding performer is Judith Susanna Sri Rangaraja.
Most outstanding performer for BA Honours in Business Administration for the Autumn 2021 cohort, Lakshen Shrenika Herath.
Ladies and gentlemen, time now to recognize the most outstanding performer, BA Honours in Hospitality Management. Spring 2021 cohort. The most outstanding performer is Siddhi Dushni Dore.
performer for BA Honours in Hospitality Management for the Autumn 2021 cohort. Manamendra Patabandige Akila Shehan.
We're moving on to find out the most outstanding performer, BA Honours in Tourism and Travel Management, Spring 2021 cohort, is Ruvini Vasana Ranavaka.
Outstanding performer for BA Honours in Tourism and Travel Management for the Autumn 2021 cohort goes to Nipuni Aloka Madhuvanti Karunapala.
And ladies and gentlemen, finally, the most outstanding performers, Master of Business Administration, Spring 2021 cohort, is Chamara Danusha Javira.
Most outstanding performer for Master of Business Administration for the Autumn 2021 cohort, Sonali Nadika Nones.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and give all those who were most outstanding in their respective disciplines heartiest congratulations go to all of you. And can I please request Professor Deepti Bandara to stay along with Dr. Diane Rajapaksa and Mr. Nishant Sembagutiarachi on stage, please, and the rest of our presenters. Thank you very much. Can I please request Dr. Diane Rajapaksa and Mr. Nishant Sembagutiarachi to step forward to make a very special presentation to our chief guest. Professor, this is our way of saying a big thank you for your presence here today, and thank you for that very impressive address as our chief guest today. Thank you very much. And finally, to propose the vote of thanks, I would like to invite Mr. Damit Paturina, Center Manager, ESOFT Metro Campus, Matara.
Good evening to our Chief Guest, Senior Professor Deepti Bandara, dignitaries of ESOFT Metro Campus and London Metropolitan University, lecturers, parents, my dear friends, and everyone gathered here. It is my privilege to propose a word of thanks speech and acknowledge the contributions of those who worked really hard to make this celebration happen. On behalf of the ESOFT Metro Campus, I extend a hearty word of thanks to our chief guest, Senior Professor Deepti Bandara, for spare time from her busiest schedule to grace this occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our future endeavors. The members of the London Metropolitan University, thank you very much for coming all the way from UK to attend this event. And more importantly, join with us to celebrate the achievements of our students. Professor Hazel and Professor Bal, your thoughts have enlightened our minds and have shown us new pathways. My gratitude to all the speakers and representatives of the London Metropolitan University for gracing the occasion and sharing your thoughts today. I am immensely thankful to our Dean, Dr. Dilina Herath, for his tireless efforts towards pushing the students of all branches to complete the program and supporting us in various ways. I also extend thanks to all the lecturers of the centers, and also I would like to remind the MBA coordinators of the branches, Ms. Dilini and Ms. Oshani of Colombo, Ms. Lasita of Kandy, Mr. Ruchita of Kurunagala, Ms. Nalini of Gampaha, and also Mr. Arjuna of Jaffna. Your supports and contributions towards this event is priceless. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling a few weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very proactive and dedicated staff of our institution who are competent in their jobs. I'm short of words for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of these tasks beyond their comfort zones. To start with, I would like to thank Dr. Dan Rajapaksha, the Group Managing Director of ESOFT Group of Companies, Mr. Nishant Sempakuttiarachi, the CEO of ESOFT Metro Campus, Mr. Amila Bandara, the COO of ESOFT Metro Campus, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as pillars of strength. Also not to forget Mr. Chathura Kotagama, the General Manager for Colombo Branch, and its staff members for their contributions, and also the center heads of all branches who are offering the LMU programs. Mr. Dimutu, Mr. Sachitra, Mr. Deepanatha, Mr. Gajanan, Mr. Taraka, Ms. Menaka, and Mr. Nirban, thank you for your efforts and contributions. I would like to extend my gratitude to the co-organizing team of the event, headed by Mr. Geet and Ms. Umali, for coordinating every single task tirelessly with all branches. Also, I would like to thank the people who work behind the scenes to make this event happen. Our technical arrangement team, stage setting and lighting arrangement team, the management and the staff of BMICH, Mr. Benil and his team of talented photographers and videographers, catering staff of Mount Lavinia Hotel, and how can I forget our talented compeers, Mr. Faisal Bongso and Ms. Dasunia Saud. Thank you very much. Last but not least, a big thank you to each and every one of you and also your families who made this far to the day of celebrations and make it a memorable day for all of us. On behalf of ESOFT and LMU, let me thank all the students who are graduating today. We value your efforts and we are super proud of you. Now it's the time for celebrations. I'm eagerly waiting to see you all at the graduation ball tonight and to party till the late night. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you, sir. In keeping with the formalities, the signing of the Graduates Register will now take place with the help of the Acting Registrar, Ms. Umali Jayawardhanam. I'd cordially invite Professor Hazel Messenger, along with Professor Bal Verde, Professor Ruan Abesekara, and Dilina Herath to sign off the official register.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead, a round of applause, why not? And now, ladies and gentlemen, to officially declare the graduation 2022 closed, I would like to invite Ms. Umali Javardhana, Acting Registrar, ESOFT Metro Campus.
I declare the London Metropolitan University and Pearson BTech Level 7 Graduation 2022 of ESOFT Metro Campus closed.
And that concludes the day's proceedings. Please rise for the national anthems of the United Kingdom and Sri Lanka.
While completing my HND in computing, I looked at many options for completing the final year of my degree. I considered many factors such as the academic content, relevance in the industry, recognition, cost, university rank, opportunities to go overseas for my master's, facilities provided locally, and so on. I found that what ESOFT Metro Campus provided ticked all those boxes, and I'm confident about creating my future and shaping my life.
Visit your closest ESOFT branch to plan your future with globally recognized.
Parents and students, please remain in the hall until the academic procession leaves.
While completing my HND in computing, I looked at many options for completing the final year of my degree. I considered many factors such as the academic content, relevance in the industry, recognition, cost, university rank, opportunities to go overseas for my master's, facilities provided locally, and so on. I found that what ESOFT Metro Campus provided ticked all those boxes, and I'm confident about creating my future and shaping my life.
Visit your closest ESOFT branch to plan your future with globally recognized qualifications.
ඔන්න A-level විභාගේ සමත් අසමත් හැමෝටම දැන් පැහැදිලි මාවතක් තියෙනවා. ලෝකෙටම ගැලපෙන qualifications තියෙන එක ගොඩක් වැදගත්.
ඉතින් අපි ඉන්වයිට් කරන්නේ HND කරලා top up degree එකක් කරලා කෙටි කාලයක් තුල පහසුවෙන්ම
higher studies වලට පිටරටකට යන්න හෝ job එකකට join වෙන්න කියලා.
දිවයින පුරා ශාඛා 40ක් එක්ම වූ අපි සූදානම් ඔබට මඟ පෙන්වන්න ESOFT Metro Campus.
ඔන්න A-level විභාගේ සමත් අසමත් හැමෝටම දැන් පැහැදිලි මාවතක් තියෙනවා.
HND පාඨමාලාව සම්පූර්ණ කරලා
UK degree එකක් අවුරුද්දකින් ගන්න පුළුවන්.
දිවයින පුරා ශාඛා 40ක් එක්ම වූ අපි සූදානම් ඔබට මඟ පෙන්වන්න ESOFT Metro Campus.
ஏல் பரீட்சையில் சித்தி பெற்ற பெறாத அனைவருக்கும் இப்போ தெளிவான பாதை இருக்கிறது.
HND கட்டினரிய முடிச்சிட்டு
UK டிகிரிய ஒரு வருஷத்துல எடுக்கலாம்.
நாடளாவிய ரீதியில் 40க்கும் அதிகமான கிளைகளை கொண்டுள்ள நாம் உங்களுக்கு வழிகாட்டுகிறோம் ESOFT Metro Campus. This is Amaya. She's one of a kind in the corporate world. With exceptional leadership abilities. An inspiration who leads by example. A professional who always delivers success. How can you become like Amaya? Transform yourself with a life-changing world-class London Metropolitan MBA from ESOFT.